Week 1 picks right now. Oh yeah, that means football started every Saturday. We'll be posting a video. It might be morning, afternoon, or night. Preferably afternoon or night. I'll be posting my picks. So it started off Green Bay versus New Orleans. I picked Green Bay. The game was obviously played already. But if you go check my Twitter feed, I did pick Green Bay. So you go to my Twitter, it's Camp of Duty, same thing as my YouTube. Follow me, and so I'm 1-0 right now. So let's just get into it. Pittsburgh versus Baltimore. Baltimore wins. Lee Evans they added. Steelers didn't really do anything to that secondary. They could at least get some help on the corners. Brian McFadden is not good. He can be a little bit decent, but I don't like that matchup, and I think Baltimore wins. Atlanta versus Chicago. Atlanta wins it. Offensive line for the Bears is horrible. Ray Edwards, who knows what he'll do. He kind of did play with Minnesota, and that defensive line that was stacked. So I'm going to take Atlanta. Chicago is just they're not going to be good like last year. Well, they weren't really good, but they're not going to make the playoffs this year. Then we got Cincinnati versus Cleveland. Cleveland's going to win it. Cincinnati's going to be the worst team in the league this year. They just lost a lot on that offense, and I don't see them winning past 5 games. So Cleveland wins that game. Indy versus Houston. Houston wins it. Peyton Manning, of course, is out for 8 weeks. He's going to miss pretty much half the season. Houston's an improved team. They had Jonathan Joseph. They changed to a 3-4 with Wade Phillips, who can coach defense. And so I'm saying Houston's going to win a division. Peyton Manning out there makes the Colts an average team. I'm sorry, Colts fans, but Peyton Manning's just that great to make your team more like that. So Tennessee versus Jacksonville. I'm taking Tennessee. It was stupid by Jacksonville to release David Guard about a week before the season started, because now Luke McCown's got to get his timing right with his receivers, and who knows how that's going to go over. Buffalo versus Kansas City. I'm going to be fair in these videos. I'm not going to just pick my favorite team, but I'm picking the Bills this time. Matt Castle's broken rib. It's going to be hard to play with. They'll run the ball more. If our run defense can stop the run, then we win the game. It will be a close one. I don't want it to be a close one. I want the Bills to win, but it will be a close one. So I picked the Bills. Philadelphia versus St. Louis. Philadelphia's going to win it, even though St. Louis, it's going to be a close game. Might be one of the closest of the weekend. But they're just going to win because of the athleticism that the Eagles have. The Rams improved their defense, but do you think they're going to catch up to Macklin, Vick, Jackson, Selleck, McCoy, Reggie Brown, whatever? It's a scary offense. So I picked Philly. Detroit versus Tampa. I'm picking Detroit. They improved their defense a lot by getting Nick Fairley. Even though he won't play, the secondary got improved. They're coming off of one of their best seasons in a long time. Matthew Stafford's back. They added some receivers. They added running backs. They win that game. It's a very close one. Tampa won't win the division because there's 2 stacked teams in there. So I'll take Detroit in this one. I gotta clear my throat, man. I don't want to sound weird. Next one is Carolina Panthers versus Arizona Cardinals. Kevin Cobb's debut as a quarterback for the Cardinals. Cam Newton's debut in the NFL with the Panthers. Taking Arizona. Panthers, they're not. If you look at them, they're not a bad team. Just they have a new quarterback coming in, and who knows how he'll play. He looked pretty good in the preseason, but I take Arizona because you give a decent quarterback with Larry Fitzgerald, they'll just destroy. I mean, Kurt Warner was really old, and look at Kurt Warner. He was pulling up MVP numbers with Larry Fitzgerald. Clear my throat. Yeah, man. Even though they lost Steve Breston, the run game got a little bit better. The defense, and they had Patrick Peterson. They didn't really make major upgrades on defense, but I think Arizona takes the game. San Diego versus Minnesota. San Diego wins that game. Minnesota lost. Minnesota and Don McNabb. Minnesota's an iffy team. I don't know if they'll do good or bad. I don't want to say they're in rebuilding, but I say San Diego takes it because they had the number 1 offense last year and defense. and they added a little bit, like some depth to both sides of the ball. San Diego did. I think they'll be definitely a good team this year. I burped. All right, Seattle versus San Francisco. This is the one where I don't know who to pick. I kind of want to have I want to have above 500 for my pick, so I'm gonna take San Francisco on this one. Seattle has a good defense. I watched them play preseason. They did very well, but the quarterback situation for Seattle is iffy. It's a weird situation. Even though I picked Seattle to win that division, I say San Francisco wins this game. And then next game is Washington versus the Giants. I'm gonna say Giants in this one. We're losing some time on here, so I'm gonna just go quick. I'm gonna pick the Giants, better team. Redskins will be the second worst team in the league. Dallas versus the Jets. I know you all know I hate the Jets, but I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna pick Dallas because Dallas has a better offense this year. Their defense is improved. Jason Garrett's a very great coach, so I just take them. New England versus Miami. New England's gonna win it. If you don't have a quarterback against New England, you're gonna get destroyed. That's the truth. It's scary, and so that's it. Oakland versus Denver. Oakland's gonna win it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stick with Oakland. Denver's just a weird situation. Drafted Von Miller, who doesn't fit that defense. I'm gonna pick Oakland because Oakland's a fast team. And seeing Twan Jones, the running back they drafted, he's a monster. So that is my Week 1 picks. If you didn't catch them, I'll put them in the description. You might not have heard me clearly, but please subscribe. That's all you ask. You don't have to like or favorite.